Oh,
You struggling?
I was not ready. I wasn't ready. So many people in here. Zebras, to be in fact.
Did I sell my YouTube channel? Oh boy. You're so fun.
What's happening, fellas? What's going on? So my Ethernet's been still messed up. I haven't went up under the house and checked it out, but
It's too cold and
um, but my internet's. I don't know if my Ethernet went out on the tower that I have in the garage or what's the dealio. Um, so I need to check that out. That's why I'm on my phone, sitting in the living room, being a fat cat. You know, living my life. What's up, everybody? Um, oh, mommy's in the house. And mama, you forgot to tell me what the doctor said. How dare you? So we're having a little Christmas party here tomorrow for our Redbeards Garage crew. So
rainy.
for all of our peepees.
Daddy did something.
Oh my gosh.
Ads. How dare you?
Oh, there's ads on it. So, but we're having a small Christmas get together, and then I'm gonna work in the morning. I got the 4-seater done today, as you fellas seen. It's in a barn right now for storage, and we're gonna get it out in a week or so and make the final video. Episode 14 will be the final video on the 4-seater. So I rebuilt the 4-seater engine, and the head that I had got didn't have the valve seats even cut in the head, and I didn't have a valve seal cutter, valve seat cutter for that head, for that size valve or whatever. So I had to get another one, but luckily Go Power Sports sent me a rebuild kit, and we got it running. That was a little bit of a pain. It should have been done last week, but you know, things happen. So, um, so yeah, that's what. That's why you haven't got a CR80 two-stroke shifter cart video, is because I had to stop on it to finish the 4-seater. What? What are you laughing at? So, I did not sell my channel. Stupid clickbait. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was up close and personal. That got real quick. I would never shave my beard. I would look like a child. I would look horrible. But the CR80, I'm actually going to finish the golf cart next, probably. Well, no, I should do the CR80 because it only needs one more thing done to it. Have faith in any talk of selling is bogus. We sold our channel for $50. It was a good deal. They got everything, the whole garage. So yeah. So basically, I hate doing live streams on my phone. Hate it. But Charlie Bellflower, the other day I was in a live stream in my truck on the way to get something in a one town over from us, and I said I needed to get a mount for my phone to put on my dash so I could do live streams in the truck when I'm running to get something. And that son of a gun sent me one in the mail as an early Christmas present. I tell you, he spoils us. We're spoilt. We done been spoilt. But the CR80, Lonnie will be here tomorrow, so we're going to finish the CR80 most likely. I got a Coleman go-kart that we're giving to a kid. And for the people that seen that post, the kid, we said a child in need. They're not poor or nothing. It's just his family's having some medical problems, and his dad's really bad in the hospital. So that's why we're donating the go-kart to him. That was one of his, upon asking for his dad his health to get better, he asked for a go-kart as well. And if we can help him out, then we're going to. Someone just donated $5 and I can't see who it is. It went away. Who?
Deal.
Did he ask a question?
Nope. Just sent that.
Thank you for your donation, Bill. Let's see here. Trying to think of what I was going to. No, I didn't sell my channel. For the people that didn't hear it a while ago, it's a joke. Oh, Joe Harrison's in the house. I think that's Uncle Joe. I don't know. Could be my uncle. Could be a pervert. Could be a cool guy. I don't know. He has a dog. So, see already, shifter cart's going to get done, and the golf cart. I got to pull the engine off and the swing arms. I'm going to put a cross brace on the swing arm, and then get it powder coated, or not powder coated, paint it. There's a rattle can it, and then, wait, man, I got a ton of December videos to make. It's going to be a crazy month. Probably last month was busy but not productive, I would say, right? It was like I kept trying to get things done and nothing went right.
It was like 2 weeks of that. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, it was just horrible. This week and the week before has been one of my most productive weeks I've ever had. I've been banging out videos like crazy. I had a video to put out today, the 4-seater episode where we finished it, but I didn't get it done till like a couple hours ago. So someone asked what church I attend. It's Fairview Baptist Tabernacle Church. You can go on fairviewbaptisttabernacle.com, right? No. What is it? Fairviewfamily.org. Rick Robb, thank you, sir, for the Christmas gift. Thank you for your donations. Every little bit helps, I tell you.
So we're going to be making Christmas cards tomorrow.
We're going to be making Christmas cards tomorrow. We're going to do the Christmas. Did we do it last year or the year before?
Last year.
So last year we did a Christmas card that you could buy for $5, and that basically pays. We don't really make any money off of it. That's to print the picture and all that junking. But we're going to do, a sale on those, and we got a new logo coming out. We just got it finished today. So someone said, I guess if we donate, that's how we get read by them. We have a ton of messages coming on screen. I'm not just going to sit here and read every single one of them. But the mobility scooter, it's been done for a week or two, and I need to make that final video, and then it's going to be off the channel. We're trying to kill off all of our old projects for 2019, so...
Do you want to show the logo or keep it a secret?
No, we'll show the logo.
You want me to pull it up on my phone?
Yeah. So we're going to show you guys the new logo. I'm excited about it. I think it's pretty sweet. Braxton's 405 cart sitting outside, actually. We was going to weld the floor pan, but we got held up on a go-kart we was going to do.
I posted this on Patreon today.
Posted what?
The logo.
Oh. My shouty, my wife, had posted the logo today. There's the new logo. You can't tell what it looks like, but it's a gusset logo, and it's got RBG welded to the gussets, and it says RBG strong since 2015. It's pretty sweet. I wish you could see it, but you can't.
We'll have a strength limit sale coming soon.
Strange, yeah, our merch sale's coming back up for a pre-sale, so it's going to, hopefully that'll do well, because we're trying to get a store that we can leave open, but we have to have sales to do that, and I'm horrible about pushing merch. Someone asked if I answer questions on Facebook. I try, but man, I just can't. I can't keep up with it no more. I'm telling you, I'm so crazy busy, it's ridiculous. The Dane H12 project, that's the Turbo 670. We got the 670. Performance 670 is about to send us a package of the parts. Then we got to build the 670, and then going down to Georgia to get, which is only like an hour and a half away, to get a crazy exhaust and intake manifold built. And then someone said they're trying to donate, but it won't let me. I don't know. You may have to have something set up. I've never done
I
my...
just clicked on it. There's a dollar sign
there's a dollar sign at the chat.
Click buy and send.
And then hit
Have to add
send,
credit
and you have to
card.
add some type of credit card or something.
Or a PayPal account.
Or a PayPal account. So the Deuce, someone just asked about the Deuce. We sold it. We did some trading, and and the guy had to put some boot with it, and we got a new cart out of that we're going to do a build on the channel soon. I haven't showed it because I don't want to really put something on the channel that I'm not going to mess with right now. The Coleman 3-wheeler, someone asked about that a while ago. It's been gone for a long time. We pulled the Duramax off of it and sold it as a rolling chassis. And then, yeah, Bad Owl Hell Racing, he has a YouTube channel. He got the Deuce. He wanted it really bad after we did the meetup at his place. And then 440 Fishing, did you see what that... trying to do everything else. 440 Fishing, I'm just going to block that guy. That guy's a douche from what he just said. Did you read it?
It's not, no, it's not showing anything.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I see.
you see it? Well, go watch them. Why are you here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But
Show me your PayPal. Somebody else.
yeah, the 440 Fishing guy is just an idiot. I edit my videos. I film 50% of them like I'm holding the camera for 50. My son is 6 years old. Braxton's not my son. He's over maybe one time a week. Lonnie's over for about 5 hours, honestly, now one time a week. Brandon's over for 4 hours one time a week. So total, I got 15 hours worth of help, or less really, but I'm giving it 15 hours. And thank you, Richard Norris. We appreciate the donations. So I edit all my videos, and if you haven't made videos, which I'm sure the 440 Fishing guy hasn't, they take a ridiculous amount of effort. And, whatever. Who cares about the guy?
Oh, he's still in here. I thought you blocked him.
So let them do a video. Yeah, I need to just block him. He's a douche. Hide users on. I'll never see his comments again. Oh, that's so nice. Make another account. So now the 440 Fishing guy on YouTube, if you don't know, that you can go to someone's comment and hide the user's comments from your channel for good. And basically, they'll think they're leaving a comment, but it'll never show up on the channel. It'll show up for them if they go in the video and look at it. It'll show up, but we'll never see it. So we never got to worry about them. I don't have to do that much, but if I see someone like that guy who's a loser, I'll just block him. I mean, there's no use in keeping him around to even see it. If he doesn't watch our videos, then boo. So he's gone now. Everybody say bye 440 Fishing. We miss you so much. It was so much better of a live stream before you got blocked. Well, he still can watch, We'll give him that. So my wife keeps telling me to tell my PayPal. I feel like it's just begging. I don't like doing it.
He's asked you.
But okay, Daniel O'Neill, keep up the great work. We appreciate it, man. So my PayPal is what?
Redbeardsgarage.
Oh, you just go on. Is that
Well,
what
if
you?
he's got a PayPal.
If you have a PayPal, you can put in redbeardsgarage, right? That's
yeah,
it.
it's one word.
Just one word, redbeardsgarage.
Or Greg at RBG Cards.
Or Greg at RBG Carts. I don't know which one. I've never did it. So yeah, today I finished editing the 4-seater video on top of trying to, bounce back and forth to doing the Coleman build. But you'll see the Coleman thing. It's really close to the Coleman. It's pretty much the exact same. I just added a couple little features to it that I did before, and So yeah, it's getting given to a kid. I don't know the kid. I'm probably not even going to get to meet the kid. This utility board is handling that. You know, they're the ones putting it on, so I'm gonna let them be the people that give it to them and stuff. And then the four seater, you'll see the fate of the four cylinder, the four seater. The original reason we built that thing, and yeah. So we have for 2019, we've told this a million times, but I'm gonna tell it again. We have the GSXR buggy build. We have the turbo diesel buggy build, and we have what? I've seen it. But we also have the Turbo 670 fully independent suspension kart, and it's got a Dana H12. We're going to do probably 28-inch or 30-inch tires on it. The only thing I'm caught up is what hubs I want to use on that particular kart, because the one with the GSXR buggy, I'm using Mazda Miata knuckles on the front and Mazda Miata wheel hubs and brakes and everything. And then I'm going to use standalone Wheelwood master cylinders. I got to order my master cylinders. They're like $50 a piece for Wheelwood master cylinders, and one cylinder will do the front, one will do the rear. One pedal will work both cylinders. Then I'll do Mazda Miata front knuckles. I'll go to the junkyard, take those off, and buy new wheel bearings, because it's $20 for a whole hub assembly for a Miata. And the reason I'm using a Miata is because there's plentiful wheels out there for it, and they're strong. I was building my own A-arms to match up, and I don't know what steering rack I'm going to use, but I am using the Prius power steering column. I may go back and buy the Prius rack. It just depends. The GSXR will be a two-seater buggy, and the Turbo 670 will be a one-seater. Real as small as it can be, not small, but as lightweight as it can be. So that's going to be pretty sweet. And the diesel is an 8-wheel vehicle. Someone said, did you say Prius? Yeah, a Prius has an electric power steering column, so it doesn't use hydraulics, or hydraulic or steering pump. It uses all electric, and the Prius is one of the only power steering racks you can use and not have to have the body control module. We learned this from the Deuce guy when he came down. He had put it on his Deuces and showed me how he had done it, told me what I needed, and I went and bought the whole column out of a 04 Prius. So that's going to be 2019. That's our big builds, and we'll constantly do our mini bike builds. Those kind of fill the void when we're doing like time-consuming stuff on the buggy. And we're also building Grayson a little truck, and I say truck. It's a little buggy, but it's going to be a fully it's going to be a semi-independent suspension with a Tiltson 212 on it and reverse and everything. So that's coming up on the channel. We're going to do a lot of how-to videos on that go-kart. The first video I ever put on YouTube, well, I did skits before I did this, and you guys will never see them. They're not on YouTube no more.
They were funny though.
They was really funny, but I thought they was, but they're not appropriate. So you guys will never see them. The first video I ever put up on this channel was of a Ford Focus taking the badges off. I was cutting the badges off, showing how you cut it off the fishing line. It's so stupid. It's just one of those things. Who cares? But that was the first video. I got to lay this phone down. It's killing my wrist. Yeah, so the golf cart build, as I stated, it was for a woman at church. The motor had like low compression, a bunch of stuff, and I don't know that engine, so I'm not going to try to rebuild the engine for a customer, basically. So that's why we put the 18 horse Duramax on it. We just need to idle it down. We need to tension up our return spring on the throttle. That's why I didn't want to engage in gear. And once we do that and wire it, it'll be ready to go. The Virago, it's funny someone even knew about that thing. I didn't know I ever even showed it. That motorcycle. What's funny, so I traded in. Oh, okay. So we got this, it's actually a Leafan 250 V-twin motorcycle, and I traded an AR-15 for it right when ARs was kind of flooding the market, so they wouldn't worth hardly anything. Basically, I traded the AR for that bike, and the guy screwed me pretty good on it, but it was one of those situations where, I had that gut feeling that I shouldn't be doing this trade, that it wasn't a good trade, but I did it anyways. I even tried to talk myself out of it and and it didn't work. But I have all the video footage of us going and getting it, working on it, and basically someone had destroyed the wiring harness trying to maybe hot wired. I don't know. It came with a key. That's what was weird. But um, do you see that one? Denver, Denver. I know exactly what you're talking about. but but so I got this motorcycle. It was a piece of junk. We worked on it. I never could get it to run right. So then I found a harness for it. Once we did the video with Leaf In, they hooked me up with a dealer. I bought a harness. The harness, like, I ended up missing like 100 things off the harness. Like, I had the main harness, but I didn't have the relays and all that junk. So then I had to, I messed around with straight wiring it just to hear the engine run with no luck. And I'm thinking the stator might be dead in the engine. So what I've done is I was at a body or a car dealership the other day that I bought my first turbo car from actually, and he had a Virago that they bought to just pull the engine off of. So he has a full frame with a full wiring harness and everything that he said he'd take $200 for. So I'm gonna go buy it and basically pull my engine off that frame. It'd be quicker to do that anyways, and it's got a title with it. Mine didn't have a title. And I did check to see if the bike was stolen or anything when I got it. You can run the VIN online and it was all clean. So I'm going to pull the engine off my crusty frame and put it on this bike and have a running bike. And I was going to put that engine on something, but I just want to get my money back out of it. So I'm just going to put it up for sale and sell the thing as a running, driving bike, pretty much. And we're building a little drag bike. Soon. We got the new Go Power Sports Stage 4 kit in. I'm going to do a video on it, showing how to install it in a non-Hemi Predator. So that'll be a video coming out this month. I still have Lonnie's engine build sitting on my computer. I just need to edit it. Those take a ridiculous amount of time. And so yeah, we got a lot of stuff. So I wish, and it won't happen, but I want the golf cart will definitely be done. The 4-seater's already done. This Coleman will be out here tomorrow, or be ready to leave tomorrow. We're wanting to get the mini chopper fully finished, and what else? The twin engine. We're getting it back in the garage and finally extending those A-arms on the front to get rid of those wheel spacers. Then we're going to do a different suspension on the back, and hopefully in that. We're going to pretty much just want to sell that thing. I mean, it's a cool project, but we have too many, and we're starting new ones for 2019, so that's what we're trying to do. The twin engine's sitting in a barn right now. My buddy has a lot of storage at his house, and they don't use it really, so I basically put the twin engine, like all my random tires and stuff, in his barn with the 4-seater today. And it's just been stored out of the weather in there. So the off-road shifter cart, let's talk about that. So I hate that thing with everything I live for. Basically, so we rigged a lot of stuff on that frame, and that drives me crazy. So what I'm going to do is, I hate that go-kart. I hate everything about it. If I'm not into something, I'm just... Oh, and the guy with the channel name Red, the discount code on Go Power Sports is Redbeard with a space in between, all lowercase. We're actually changing that to RBG10 because it is simpler. Should have did that from the get-go, but you know. But it's Redbeard, all lowercase with a space in between. The twin engine steering, I fixed it on the last video or the video before that. But our problem is now is where those wheel spacers, we have so much leverage over our tie rod mounts. It's bending our tie rod mounts when we flex the suspension real hard. So all we got to do is take those spacers off, and then we're going to have to widen the A-arms because the tires are going to hit the frame without the spacers. We didn't mean to leave the spacers on there, actually. We just had to build that thing in such a time crunch. We built that whole entire buggy in 5 days, you know, from start to finish in 5 days. So, you know, you got to kind of give us a break on that one. The 670 burnt go-kart, we took the engine apart, kept anything that we could use, and then basically gave the well,
This is the same person.
the MAR all this, and you don't want someone involved in your channel.
You're giving them attention.
I just had to hide another idiot.
Well, there's one more. He's on a different account too.
But yeah. So what was I saying? In the burnt go-kart, we gave the frame away to a channel called Etards Adventures, and they put a snowmobile engine on it, which I'm blown away they even found a snowmobile around here. I've never, ever in my life seen a snowmobile down here. I've seen them on YouTube and stuff, but I've never seen one in person because we don't get any snow but like 2 inches one time a year. So that's what happened to the spider box, and we sold the front end off the spider box. We didn't give the front end with it. We took the whole front end that we had put on it and put on the twin engine. That's what we used. Nick 45 Garage. Well, I mean, people offer to help us all the time, and we feel bad turning them down. But I'm telling you, I work crazy times, and it's not the best schedule in the world. So, like Lonnie, when he's here, I gotta purposely find things to do that I can use Lonnie in the garage, basically. Before I blocked that guy, he was talking about how, I don't know, he was saying something like I'm controlling, basically, is what he's saying.
It's your channel.
Um,
Everybody else works full-time jobs too.
yeah, everybody who's on my channel works full-time jobs, and like I said, everybody combined is like 15 hours of help a week. Not counting my wife, but there's times when I'm doing certain videos, then I need to just put the camera on a tripod. There's really no reason for her to be out there holding the camera, so a lot of times I'm out in the garage by myself. I gotta clean the garage 3 times a week or it gets ridiculous. So again, since there's some new people in here, I'm gonna tell about the 2019 projects again. We got the turbo diesel build coming. Charlie Bellflower donated a diesel engine to the channel, a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel. I think it's a 15 horse motor and it's 45 foot-pounds of torque. We're gonna put a turbo on it and probably bigger injectors and stuff. So that's gonna be a crazy build. It's gonna use hydraulic steering and all that jazz. Then we got the GSXR engine that I had bought. I had bought it, sold it, and bought it back, basically. And that's going to be a 2-seater, fully independent suspension, like UTV style buggy that I'm going to build from the ground up. And then the Turbo 670. Turbo 670 will probably be the first one you see because we have the 670. We have all the parts for it. I bought the seats. What else? I bought the seats, the Dana transaxle, and all kinds of jazz. Did you see one person, Miss Redbeard? Thank you for letting your husband be a big kid with us, for us. So, do you ever make a racing or mud mower? Probably, but it's just not on my to-do list, I guess. I don't know, I'm not too keen on them, so I haven't really worked it into the schedule, I guess. Today I worked all the way. What time did I quit today? I woke up at 6:10 this morning. Got up at 6:10 a.m. and I stopped working finally. And I normally don't do this, don't work this late, but I think I stopped at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Someone asked,
So we had our Christmas party Wednesday.
and we're having our Christmas party, so I'm gonna have to quit early tomorrow. So I'm trying to get ahead for that because I got a million things that come up, and like the videos, like my time in the garage gets cut short, and it drives me crazy. Someone said, with all the complaints you have on different mini bikes, would you consider marketing your own frame? No. I'm telling you, just with YouTube, it is insane. If some people say this isn't a job, but good gosh, Someone just gave a $24.99 donation. We appreciate it, man. He said, "May the Lord be with you and your family this holiday season. Thank you for all you do." Thank you, the 091 THV 97. Work on that name, baby.
No, if he wants to email you his address.
If you'll email us your address and your username, like proof that it is you, thank you for that donation. We'll send you a Christmas card with some stickers and stuff in it. That's worth $25. But we appreciate it.
Hey, tell him
So
again
much.
that we're working on Christmas cards tomorrow.
Huh?
I said, tell him again that we'll start Christmas cards tomorrow. 'Cause that was a while ago.
Oh, yeah, and we're doing the Christmas card again this year. A lot of people liked it last year, so we're going to do a different one every year for Christmas. And patrons will get them for free, correct?
Yeah,
I would assume patrons would get them for free.
well, $5 plus.
Oh, someone asked a while ago, what editing software do I use and do I like it? I'm using Adobe Premiere CC, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for any other program, and I'm using the tower that I built on the channel. It's working great. The only thing I've added to it was a few more SSDs. I think I got 3 500 gig SSDs in it now, and I still got the one 4 terabyte drive that I basically have other 4 terabyte drives, like external drives, and I'll just fill them up with my old, like I have every video I've ever filmed, pretty much all the raw footage and stuff. Someone's asking, how do you become a patron? You go to patreon.com/redbeardsgarage and you can make a commitment on there. Also, someone said, how do you get merch? We're about to start a pre-sale very soon. We got some new, a new logo, a new Gusset logo that's pretty sweet, and we're going to have a lot of stuff coming out. Someone said fastest one-wheel pill go-kart. That'd be a good idea. Just make like a crazy mean one-wheel pill go-kart. Someone had showed me what. Really can't see it. Someone had showed me, or told Nate Kilgore, he won the 50K mini bike. He'll be here tomorrow at the Christmas party, by the way. He said his dad has an electric go-kart that he bought that's got like a crusty lift on it. So if he's going to send me pictures and there's Nate Kilgore right there. He's going to be here partying up with us, drinking water and stuff, just having a crazy time. But son of a biscuit-eating bullfrog, what was I saying? I'll tell you, I got the freaking memory span of a goldfish. No, I didn't sell my channel for the people that missed it. Clickbait, baby. Try to get some viewers in here. How come Redbeards Garage doesn't point to a website? So, I'm doing so much stuff, it's insane, and you'll never get it. You know, people say that I don't, whatever. But I do so much stuff. I'm crazy busy. Like, I have no time to do anything. It's insane how busy I am because I'm trying to keep sponsors happy. I'm trying to keep you guys happy. I'm trying to keep my family happy. It's extremely hard to do running a YouTube channel. And another thing is you got to constantly worry about the quality of your content. I think every video, there's only a handful of videos I've posted that I personally did not like. And normally I don't even want to post those videos, but they're just okay in my opinion, but I wouldn't waste my time watching them basically. So that's hard to do when you're doing YouTube. You want to put out the best content and you always want to up your content constantly. Like I want my next video to be better than my last. So
website is still linked to
the
that.
website's still linked to the company we used to sell our shirts and hats with. That's going to be the company that's doing this next pre-sale, and we're basically going to test the waters to see if we can even sell some merch, if we got enough fan base to do that. And if so, then maybe we can open up a store that's open. I don't know, do they only do pre-sales or can you just go on and buy stuff? I think once you get established with them, they just have an open store. You buy a shirt and it mails, same day or next day, maybe. But someone said, do you have a... Yeah, one guy, 90s kid, you just hit the nail on the head. He said, being a YouTuber is like being the president. People to make mad and people to satisfy. Yeah, no matter what you do, you could build something to the T of the way an engineer would say to build it. someone's going to say you're doing something wrong. It doesn't matter. You're never going to satisfy everybody. And there's times that the comments can get to you, but you just press through them. And now I don't even pay no attention. If you're saying something dumb, I normally just hide your comments for life, and I don't have to worry about you no more. And it doesn't matter if someone said a while back, what if they just make another account? I'll block that too. It only takes 2 clicks. It doesn't take any time out of my day. Someone said, how did you get so good at frame design? I just make it off top. When I made the twin engine,
Complete winging it.
it's complete, just off the top of my head. Like the 4-seater was the first thing I ever built. Okay, technically it was the second thing I ever built with out of metal. First thing I welded was my roof rack on my truck, which I don't own that truck no more. But I taught myself out there in the garage how to weld, how to, cut angles and square tubing. And then Ride 907 AK. No, you're not. You're not blocked. Obviously, you said something probably shouldn't at one point if you asked that. But yeah, so I built the 4-seater complete. I drew the frame up on it. I kind of knew what I was going for just in my head. And then the twin engine, I completely 100%. I measured the floor pan of the Yerf dog and seen where it was lacking in space, and I added space to the width and the length, and then everything from the floor up was pretty much off the top of my head. Yeah, it's Steve said something about achieving inner peace. That's hard to do too, because you're trying to satisfy the world, and that's never going to work. Good gosh. The first go-kart I ever made, if you're talking about ever made, the 4-seater is really the first thing I ever built, like from the ground up. And we only built 2 things from the ground up, correct? I can't think of anything else. The twin engine and the 4-seater, really. But someone asked how to start a YouTube channel. Yes, start, activate the account and then just try to post the best videos you can. When I first started, I never started out with a phone. I knew I was going after this as a career, so I bought like a $300 camera. It was a JVC. Actually, I gave it to eTar's Adventure, so that's what they use in their normal videos. But I bought like a $300 computer. I was in the PCs and I still am. It's like a car for your desk. I got into those about 6 years or 7 years ago, I guess, because I was working at a Ford dealership as a car salesman, and I did not want to be a car salesman.
You have too many hobbies.
Yeah, I have a lot of hobbies. It's dangerous. But I seen that the IT guy that was doing the dealership wouldn't really like doing what he was supposed to be doing, basically. And he was just like a guy that came in when they called him. So I learned how to build computers and started reading about computers and watching videos on YouTube pretty much, and I bought my first computer kit, and it was like a $400 kit where it came with everything. I can't remember the website I bought it from.
New Red.
No, it wouldn't. That was before Tiger Direct. And I put that thing together and fell in love with it. I sold it immediately to my stepbrother, and then built my next one, and then I was hooked after that. It was so fun, and I didn't have a ton of tools back then, so it wasn't like I had a lot to do in my garage. And then I told the dealership, hey, I would love to take over your IT department. Give me a month to prove myself, and if it works out, then that's what I can do. I don't want to sell cars, and I don't want to go back to the job I had before this. So he gave me a month to prove myself, basically, and then I took over the IT setup at this dealership. So they called me the technology specialist because I'd teach people about the technology in their cars. I would also build and fix all the computers and keep all the computers running good in the dealership. And I would also do inventory pictures and put the cars, like when the cars got out of the shop, out of the detail, I would put them on the lot, basically. Put the stickers in them, take the pictures and put them online. So I had a lot of little jobs to do, but there was a ton of, you would think that would keep me busy, but I got really fast at my job. I always try to find out the fastest way to do something, and you can't change my mind about it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Beck will tell you, once I find a way, she says it's annoying, and I'm sure it is, but I get quick at stuff, and I find I try every which direction. I would rearrange my desk like 3 or 4 times when I first started until I found the most efficient way for my desk to be set up to get work done as fast as I could, because I'd watch YouTube when I was done. That's exactly what I do. I worked 46 hours a week, and I probably worked 20 of those hours. That's the kind of nature of the beast at a dealership. You're going to work a short amount of time. Like the receptionists watch Netflix half the time up there. But when it comes to doing your job, they want you to do it and get it done. So he knew what I was doing. The owner did. Oh, shout out to David McMahon, baby. But it was are you stubborn if someone shows you a better way? Not usually. With Becca, yeah. But like me and Brandon will be in the garage and I'll be thinking of a certain way. And this happens to both of us. Like Brandon will be doing something. I'll be like, hey, why don't we do this? And I'll have a good idea. He'll have a good idea. But if it's something I do a lot, then I probably would be stubborn about it. Maybe. So, yeah. So that's the story of my career. And then I started doing YouTube, and it's kind of took off from there. But like I said, I didn't go to YouTube as a hobby. I looked at what I'd have to do to make it a career, and I went after it hardcore.
I mean, really, you worked at the dealership till 7. You came home, ate supper, put the kids to bed, and then back out to the garage till midnight.
Yeah, so what Miss Redbeard's saying is I'd work. Back when I started YouTube, I was working at the dealership till 7 o'clock at night. I would go in at 7 and get home, or was it 8?
No, it was 7.
Oh, I didn't have to be there at 7, but I got there at 7 and I left
no,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would get there at 7. I would leave at 7, and then I would basically eat supper, spend a very little amount of time with my kids, and then I would go out in the garage and I would film. Lonnie was over a lot back then because he had a normal job getting off at I think 4 o'clock every day. He had like a factory job, and he would come over and just hang out because if he wasn't over here, he'd be hanging out at his house with nothing to do. So he loved coming over here. And we started doing this, and I'd work till like 11 o'clock every night, and then I'd go to bed and wake up the next day. And I did that 7 days a week. And then finally I stopped working on Sundays. And the title was clickbait, by the way. Someone's still asking. So that's how this all started. I worked my tail end off, and then basically I got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I gotta pick one. I gotta pick my family or YouTube, basically, and Go Power Sports made it possible to be able to stop working at the dealership and be able to do videos full time, and that was an amazing achievement. And it's basically to help people with their products, because they have dedicated people that answer the phone all day that just talks to customers and tells them what part they're going to need to do, or sometimes they're not trying to sell parts really. I mean, it's good if they sell parts, but they're just trying to help you use their parts and be able to get your vehicle running. So and that's the reason they have us, is to help you know how to use their parts. And some people do say they're a little bit more expensive, and that's because they pay to give you guys information, really. I mean, someone said Tiger Drex is still around. I haven't been on their website in so long. I basically only buy stuff off Newegg, and now it's really Amazon. I mean, Amazon's got so huge. How old were you when you learned how to weld? It's on the channel. The first weld I ever put on a piece of steel was on the channel when I swapped my MIG welder over to gas. So yeah, we've been doing. That's why I press in videos so much. Like, it's important for you guys to use my discount code and my links in my videos. Go Power Sports tracks every bit of that to see how efficient my videos are, and when they don't become efficient anymore, I'm not efficient to them. Pretty much. I mean, it's still a business at the end of the day. Would Miss Redbeard ever design a go-kart that I'd build? She just
And
laughed.
we get along out there when we're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, Becca, me and Becca cannot do projects together, I tell you.
But we do, and we still love each other when it's over.
Yeah. We try to do projects. I normally get frustrated at her. She gets mad. We don't talk for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I make a joke, and we start laughing, and then we forget about it. So, it would look like a unicorn, someone said. She's not that type of woman.
Like intricate details.
Says she likes intricate details. That's why she likes my body. It's got so many curves to it. So yeah, it's this YouTube thing's been, I mean, it's crazy. It still blows my mind that I'm able to do this for you guys. It is the hardest job I've ever had in my entire life, and whoever says it's not never has done something like this, so they don't know. But the fact that that I get to wake up and do these things and make my own schedule and stuff, which I'm horrible about, working myself to death. What?
Just telling me about the play button.
Oh, and I don't know if people seen it, but I got the play button finally and scratched it the next day. It wasn't my fault though. I was trying to protect it and actually harmed it from trying to protect it. It's like trying to hide a cupcake from somebody, you know, like the last cupcake at a party, and you put it in your back pocket like an idiot and you sat on it later. It's kind of what happened to the play button. It scratched up, but I covered it with stickers. So
There's a picture of it on your community, on the Redbeards Garage community.
there's a picture on the Redbeards Garage community on YouTube. You can see the play button. They changed it, and I didn't even know it. But yeah, sorry, I'm reading comments, getting distracted. But yeah, that's the hardest thing with YouTube for me is keeping, because good gosh, I'll go out in the garage and YouTube, yeah, I call it YouTube, like YouTube.
How are you supposed to say it?
I don't know. What's that? YouTube? YouTube? I don't know.
You should build a horse.
I seen that someone said you should build a horse
Like a
with 1 horsepower, the Trojan horse.
Yeah.
So I'll go out in the garage sometimes and be completely motivated and get out there and my garage is a wreck, and it's just like, oh, it's so, then I got to spend an hour and a half cleaning my garage, and then it's raining outside. It's been raining like a son of a gun, and then I got to bring something soaking wet and everything. It's ridiculous. And Lonnie, I tell you, he ain't been over here much here lately, but I haven't said nothing to him. He's got a life. He's got a girlfriend now, and he's been spending a lot of time with her, so I haven't. But like, he got off half a day today, but he works on doing roofing, and he had an allergic reaction to this stuff they've been doing in his face. His skin's like peeling on his face and everything. So he went home and went to bed today, and you know, I don't call him and bug him. I let him come over when he wants to. You know, I don't ask him, because I know he's got a Shaltay and he works a lot. So, yeah, Lonnie has a honey. Sweet cheeks, Lonnie. But, yeah. So a lot of stuff coming, a lot of stuff getting finished finally. The 4-seater is done 100%. And, yeah, someone said the hardest you'll ever work is working for yourself. It is, because you have yourself to let down. You know, you're not letting down some, you know, boss or something. But it's extremely hard, I tell you. But I love it. I mean, I wouldn't trade it. Hopefully it continues to grow, because we would love to hire Lonnie full time, but I don't make enough off YouTube to live off of. I mean, like, I could not pay my monthly bills with my YouTube check, basically.
That's why you work so hard, because you're hustling.
Yeah, Becca, my wife, said that's why I work so hard, because I'm hustling constantly. I'm basically trying to, like, I always look for stuff I can buy and flip. I can do a few videos on and flip, which I don't do that a lot, but it helps out sometimes. and then I do some side work, not a lot, but I do, and but I mean, like I said, I've always hustled. I remember selling Pokemon cards. I hated Pokemon cards when I was little, but I remember once I seen people interested in Pokemon cards, I was like, hey, I got PlayStation games I can trade for Pokemon cards, and so I started trading my toys for Pokemon cards in fourth and fifth grade, and started selling them like crazy. Um, yeah, I do need a a tripod. I need to get my Ethernet fixed in the garage. I just haven't even looked at it. Pretty sure my so let's tell you about the housely duties that I'm neglecting. I'm pretty sure our hot water heater has a dead element in it because I got to turn the hot water in the shower up way more than I used to. So I'm pretty sure it's got a dead element in it. That's a 30-minute job. Haven't fixed that. My wife's Tahoe, she has an '01 Tahoe, and she'll be getting a car upgrade in the near future, maybe. If she's good,
Choose your words.
if she
'Cause I'm
acts
gonna
good,
hold you to
she'll
'em.
get her a new car. Because I got a truck, but I did try to buy her a new car instead of me something. I was going to keep my old janky truck, but she told me she wanted me to have, because she drives my truck more than I do, I would say. She drives that truck
Okay,
more
well,
than I
my
do.
cars have been running for a month, and I didn't drive it before that.
So her car, the radiator busted in it, and I ordered one this morning. It desperately needs an oil change. I have the oil change sitting in the garage, and then one of the straps on the gas tank had broke, and I just put a ratchet strap on it to hold the gas tank up. I have a new strap sitting in the garage, so next week I'll make a video on that, tuning up the Tahoe.
Sean, that's the expedition that he's gonna buy for me one day.
Yeah, she fell in love with that expedition. I mean, I did too. It was super nice, but I'm going to. She actually likes the Expeditions Dorito. She's a big
My
fan
mom
of
has
the
an
Expeditions.
Explorer.
I like an Explorer, but they're not as roomy as you would think. Once you get in them. But I love my truck. I put a grill in my truck today. I think it looks sweet. Got that big chrome grill. I love it. And I'm slowly. And one of my subscribers sent me a leveling kit for my truck. We didn't ask for nothing. He just sent it over, and that was awesome. And he sent $50 in the box to get it realigned. It's just crazy the amount of loyal fans we have. That I mean, I would never ask you guys for money. Like I'll sell merch and sell stickers, but I wouldn't just blatantly ask you guys for money. And we have people, I love you, that just donate stuff like that. And I still haven't put the leveling kit on, so I'm going to slap that leveling kit on. I still have a couple videos to do on my truck. So yeah. Oh, and there's other stuff. I was on housely duties. We desperately need to paint, hence the marks on the wall behind me. This is the world's worst paint. Whoever
It's flat.
painted this, it's a flat paint, so if you have any moisture on your hands or anything, it stays on the wall. It's like it absorbs everything.
We have a 6-year-old boy.
Yeah, and Grayson's like a tornado. And someone asked earlier, they're probably not even in the live stream anymore, but Braxton is not my son. He's my brother-in-law. How old is Braxton? 14? 13, 14? 14.
Yeah, he just turned 14.
He's 14, and like I said, he was over here this afternoon. He helped me a little bit, but it's just hard to have people in my garage much because I'm really,
Well, there's not a lot of space.
yeah, there's not a lot of room in the
I feel like
garage.
you're standing over top of people and in the way.
Yeah, and when I have to walk around someone a bunch, I start getting aggravated, and I just think I just want to get this done, because I feel like I'm so behind. Yeah, and well, someone said you need to change the water heater element. Thank you, Hair Gray, for your donation. He said just because.
It's funny that you still call him hair gray.
What is it?
Har gray.
Har Gray?
Mm-hmm.
Is it spelled hair?
No,
H-A-I-R, isn't it?
no.
Oh, I could have swore there's an I in there. I would have bet money that there's an I in that name. And there's not. Sorry, Hargrave. My bad.
I'm pretty sure he told you that when he donated
I don't even remember. But you said, someone said I should get that water heater element fixed soon because it's going to wear out the other one. I was going to replace both at the same time. So,
And the electric bill.
oh, I'm sure it, puts a,
Was it high last month? Or was it-
no, it was the lowest I've had in a while, but that's just because it's in between when we don't run heat and stuff. Little Red is, Little Red has, we stole the gas tank off of it for the CR80, and it's sitting outside just dying. And the engine runs fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Carb, I think, is a little crusty on it. But yeah, for the most part, Little Red is just sitting in the garage, or sitting outside the garage, rusting away. We should do a raffle on Little Red.
We should sell it to the highest bidder.
No one's going to buy Little Red.
It's the first book, right?
Yeah, Little Red's the first go-kart we ever had fun on. But someone said build a Subaru engine. I hardly ever see them. I still have the flathead parts that we got. We got billet everything for a flathead motor we still haven't done. Thank you, 90s kid. Thank you, 90s kid, for your donation. Should have put a message in there.
Braxton won't do anything unless you show him.
Yeah, Braxton, I have to stay on top of Braxton. Y'all think I got all this help. Brandon's a huge help. Braxton, because you can ask Brandon to do something and you don't have to explain it to him. Braxton, bless his heart, he's learning. I'm sure I was the same way when I was his age.
We love him.
We love Braxton. But you got to stay on top of him. I mean, just one little task. So, okay, for instance, he was sweeping the floor the other day. And my brother was over, Brandon was over, and Braxton was sweeping the floor. And I can sweep that garage floor in what, 10 seconds? Honestly, with that broom. I mean, the main garage floor, you can do 3 swipes and have it completely swept. And then you use the small broom to clean around the corners. Well, Braxton started talking to Brandon about something. I can't remember what it was. Every time he'd start talking, he would stop sweeping. And I'm waiting on him to get this done so I can finish doing my stuff. And he stopped like 4 times. It took him, it felt like 20 minutes to sweep that floor. And I finally said, Braxton, that's a cool story and everything, but you need to learn how to tell a story and sweep at the same time. And and I think he gets frustrated, and I'm like, you're holding me up from doing what I need to do. This is my job. This ain't just fun for me. So we need to work on Braxton multitasking. And Braxton like cleans the garage and stuff every once in a while for us, and we pay him. But he, would you hush, please? But when I'll be editing a video or something, I'll just let him clean the garage because he knows where my tools goes for 90% of them. And he'll come in there and start telling me a story, and I'm like, Braxton, I'm supposed to be editing right now. I need to really focus on this. And you're supposed to be cleaning the garage. But Xavier Charger, we won't be doing a collaboration with them. The church benches, the guy who I need a logo plasma cut for me, and basically I'm gonna take the sample bench to the church and see what they think of them and stuff. And it's crazy trying to find. We live in a small town, so you got to drive 40 minutes to get something done like that. And there's a plasma cutter down the road, but it's hard to get him to do stuff. I mean, he does good work and stuff, but it's just I get frustrated with stuff like that, and I don't know. I need to get the logos plasma cut for those workbenches. But yeah. What? I think it is bedtime. I'm beat.
Go hit the thumbs up.
Go hit the like button, and thank you guys for the donations. That'll go towards elements for my water heater. And we'll do a video tomorrow of our Christmas party. I'll try my best to do a video. I'm really bad about when it's time to just hang out and live life. We do that. It's hard to like pick up a camera and shove it in your face all the time because that's all I do. So yeah, we tried to do a vlog thing we was gonna do, and I'm not into it. I don't think I'm sitting here thinking, why would someone give a crap about what I'm doing outside of my garage? So it's hard for me to film it. But we'll pick up the camera and film tomorrow's activities and try to get you guys a little vlog video out. Thank you everybody for watching, donating, supporting us. Make sure to use those links in the description of our videos and discount code Redbeard on Go Power Sports. That's all lowercase Redbeard with space in between, and helps us doing our videos. What?
Christmas presents.
You got merch coming out, and we got Christmas card posts to watch out for. And we love you guys, and we thank you for all your support. I am Allie here.